Dallas Cowboys Game Night is presented by AT&T. Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. Miller Lite, the only beer the Cowboys. It's Miller time. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.
It was in the mid-30s in New York, but the Cowboys defense continues to heat it up as the Cowboys take down the New York Giants 21-6. 4 takeaways for the Cowboys defense in the third straight game, and they sweep the Giants for the 2021 season, and they also wrap up their 10th win as they improve to 10-4 on the campaign as well. We welcome you into Cowboys Game Night here from the Star in Frisco alongside 6-time Pro Bowler and 3-time Super Bowl champ Nate Newton. I'm Kyle Youmans, and Nate, again, the defense was fantastic. 4 takeaways in really different areas of the football game. Complementary football is basically just a week-in, week-out thing on that unit.
Hey, this defense is playing lights out, Kyle. They're doing what they have to do, and they're led by DeMarcus Lawrence. He come back 2 weeks ago in the Saints game, make some plays. Come back the next game, make some plays. Today, he made 2 great plays. He helped with the interception with Jay Lou, and then he punched the ball out on the great running back, Saquon Barkley. So he's doing his job, and he's leading a good defense.
The Cowboys defense set the tone early on. Let's see how this one unfolded up from the Meadowlands, MetLife Stadium. The Cowboys looking for their 3rd straight win, and after a punt on the opening drive, the defense wasted no time to keep that momentum. And you mentioned DeMarcus Lawrence. Well, here he is. How about pressuring Mike Glennon? The ball up in the air, up for grabs, and it's Jordan Lewis who reels it in. His 3rd interception of the season. He takes it all the way down to the Giants' 13-yard line. That was takeaway number 1. Be sure to keep track. 2 plays later, Ezekiel Elliott bounds his way through, and he finds his way into the end zone as well from 13 yards out. His 9th touchdown of the year, Nate.
Oh, that was a nice play, man. A good old-fashioned draw play. We should do this for Emmett. And he found the crease, and he shot up in there, man, head down like a missile. Great play.
It was huge for the Cowboys offense to take advantage of the turnover. Next drive for New York, it's Micah Parsons back in coverage with the pass breakup. This forced a field goal. On the next drive, the Cowboys get all the way down the field on 10 plays, and they cap it off with a 26-yard field goal for Greg Zuerlein. That was his first field goal of the afternoon. Then after the Giants punt, Dallas in their 16th play of a very long drive, and that drive comes up short. It's 2 rookies, Roche and Ojulari, sacking Dak Prescott on 3rd down, forcing another field goal. In less than 2 minutes to play, or less than a minute to play in the half, there's DeMarcus Lawrence again, punches the ball out from Saquon Barkley. It's recovered by Carlos Watkins.
That was a great play right there, man. He not only lined up to take the tackle, he punched the ball out. That takes great hand-eye coordination. That's a great play by DeMarcus Lawrence.
Dallas takes over with just 44 seconds left. Saquon Barkley, not a tailback that fumbles a whole lot. That is a rare sight to see, but DeMarcus Lawrence, just perfect technique. The offense, though, ran out of time on the drive. Looked like they had something going. However, 27 yards from Zuerlein, another field goal, and the Cowboys lead it at the half 15-3. Let's fast forward into the latter part of the third. Dak Prescott rolling out on 2nd and goal, and he finds Dalton Schultz for his 5th touchdown of the year. Big touchdown there to distance themselves. Giants trying to make something of something in the 4th quarter because they didn't really have any offensive rhythm. And again, another interception. This time it's Malik Hooker as he goes up and picks that one off. Then later on the next drive, Dak Prescott rolling out to his right. He's pressured, hit from behind, and the ball pops out. Giants hop on top of it. 8:24 to play. Is this a repeat of week 14 against Washington? Well, not so fast. Glennon rolling out to his left, trying to find this one in the end zone. Instead, he finds Trayvon Diggs. 10th pick of the year for Trayvon Diggs.
You know, Barry Church called this the 50-50 man. And, boy, he comes up with it 100% of the time. And he has the awareness to know where he's at on the field to get his knee down and make this play here.
Final drive for New York. Jake Fromm in at quarterback, and this one forced incomplete on 4th down and 5, and that was enough to wrap it up. The Cowboys get their 3rd straight win, this one on the road, much like the other wins in this winning streak for the Dallas Cowboys. 21-6 the final score. They run for 100 yards. They've passed for 200, and they are very much so improved in the third down conversion game as well, as they go 8 of 14 on third downs. All key statistics in the win, even without some of the red zone success and all those Zerline field goals. And we're going to hit on that as we go along here on Cowboys Game Night. But when we come back, we hear from Dak Prescott. Another good game from Dak. What is he going to do to build through the final month of the rest of the season?
This segment is brought to you by the Texas Lottery. The Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket from the Texas Lottery is your ticket for a chance to win up to $100,000. Get your Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket today. Must be 18 or older to purchase a ticket. Play responsibly.
Dak Prescott has now won 8 straight games as a starter against the New York Giants as he continues to dominate the NFC East foe up in the Northeast. Today, 21-6 over New York. And here's what QB1 had to say after the win.
Dak, Mike has stressed this year to really not look or talk about the playoffs until you got to 10 wins. Now that you're at 10, can you talk about that and 3-0 here in December and what you feel is building here in this month?
Yeah, we're definitely building. As I've said before, we're trying to peak at the right time, make sure that we're heading into the postseason with momentum, playing some of our best ball. Defense is doing that. Offense still has some growth to do. But as you said, 3-0, 3 road games, that's big. That's big, headed in the direction where we're going. You'll take these wins any way you can get them. Division win, great team win just here on the road.
What do you think that can look like if the defense continues the track that it's on, and as an offense, you guys can reach where you're trying to go? Together, what does that present? Yeah,
more wins. Obviously, when we get to putting up points the way we want to put them up and not just settling for field goals, some large wins. But it just takes playing together, playing complementary football, rewarding those guys on the defense for touchdowns when they get those turnovers, and as I said, peaking at the right time is most important.
How disappointing is it, or frustrating? I guess you can't be disappointed to win, but you get 4 turnovers, you only score 21 points.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely frustrating. As I said, the defense is doing a great job giving us the ball in plus territory, and we've got to find a way to get in the end zone. Simple as that, and I'm sure we'll do that. We'll get back to practice, watch the film, make some corrections, and find a way to convert these into touchdowns.
Are you surprised that getting the ball to the wide receivers was hard today, or was the wind involved in that?
One more time?
Are you surprised getting the ball to the wide receivers was difficult, or was the wind involved in that today? Passing to the wide receivers.
It was hard.
We didn't get a lot of yards there that way.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the way that these teams have been playing us. I mean, when you've got the guys that we've got outside, they're going to put a cap on it. They're not going to let you get throws over the top, and so you've got to take the underneath throws, and hopefully you can get some run after the catch. But, I mean, I don't think the win had anything to do with it, rather than that's what the defense is giving us right now.
Did you feel like you mentioned the cap there? That seems to be a league-wide thing right now with quarterback. I mean, do you sense how much the league has changed offensively because of what defenses are doing, and not just you, but quarterbacks across the league right now?
One more time?
It seems like teams are playing that cap-type defense, the too high, and really forcing you guys to just check out. It's not just you, it's a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just the way that the passing game has taken off in the last couple of years, and then just see the offenses with the weapons. When you have receivers like we have and some of these other teams, that's what you got to do, or you'll get beat. You're giving guys one-on-one down the field time and time again. It's just, as you said, league trend. But for myself, and I'm sure quarterbacks around the league, it's important for us to stay patient.
Did you feel like y'all took any of the steps you wanted?
Some of the offensive stats after hearing from Dak Prescott. We mentioned in the open, 8 of 14 on third down. The money down was kind to the Cowboys against the Giants, and then you had a pretty balanced attack, 203 through the air, 125 on the ground. It wasn't explosive at any point throughout the ball game, Nate, but you really have to feel better about some of the positive signs you're seeing from this offense in the win.
Yeah, I saw how Dak stood up in the pocket today. He moved around, and he threw with authority. You know, he threw off his back foot. He threw moving around. So that right there is a step in the right direction. What we need now is for our receivers to be a little bit more consistent and catch the balls. Now, Dalton Schultz had a great day as a tight end, but the rest of our guys, mainly C.D. Lamb, you got to catch those plays, because if he catch those could be big breakaway plays with 20-plus yards.
Dalton Schultz catching all 8 of his targets for over 67 yards and a touchdown. C.D. Lamb finished with with 3 drops, but he still was the second leading receiver with over 50 yards on the day. When we come back, we hear about Trayvon Diggs, who had his 10th pick of the 2021 season.
This segment was brought to you by the Texas Lottery. The Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket from the Texas Lottery is your ticket for a chance to win up to $100,000. Get your Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket today. Must be 18 or older to purchase a ticket. Play responsibly. This segment is brought to you by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Sunday, the Dallas Cowboys became the first team since the 2007 Chargers with one player over 10 sacks and another player over 10 interceptions. The sacks belong to Micah Parsons. The interceptions belong to Trayvon Diggs, the NFL leader in that category. Here's what he had to say in the win.
Can you just describe that play where you got your interception and getting to 10 interceptions with 3 games left in the season, just that milestone?
It's a blessing. I'm happy. You know, that was actually my goal for the season this year, and I'm happy I reached it, but I didn't know that I was going to reach it. So it's just a blessing, and I'm just truly just happy, you know, I can represent the Star, just represent my team, and just go out there and just give it all I got. But on that play, he kind of, the D-line did a great job because they had him. I thought he was about to sack him, and he got out the pocket, and he just threw it up. And he thought that his player was going to catch it.
Trayvon, did you know you caught it?
Huh?
Did you know you caught him? They ruled it incomplete initially. Did you?
Nah, I knew I caught it. I had possession, and then when I hit the ground, he had ripped it out.
So you encouraged Mike to challenge it, or did they see it on their own?
I think they synced it on their own.
You said it was your goal to get 10 coming into the season. Did you adjust that at some point early in the season, and do you adjust it now?
I kind of just said it before the season and just let it, you know, just let it do what it do. But I got to set new goals now. So I'm going to set another one, see if I can accomplish that. But, you know, as long as I, you know, do what I do on the field, just come to the game, come to work, come ready to play, you know, sky's the limit.
You guys have 31 takeaways on defense and 4 in each of your last 3 games. What's the mindset that you guys have when it comes to creating those opportunities?
The ball. Just the ball, go get the ball. Everybody go get the ball.
What did you think of the atmosphere there today here?
It's amazing. Our fans do a great job every week showing up to away games, make it feel like a home game for us. So it's like plays a big factor. Like I encourage everyone to go to the games, the away games, home games, everything, because it really does help us. You know, just the love and support that we get from everybody is just, you know, it helps us. It feeds into us, and we got the crowd on our side, third down. So, you know, it's a blessing to have.
It didn't seem like a home game, did it?
Trayvon Diggs, a huge part of the first time since 1994 that a Cowboys defense has had 4 takeaways in 3 straight games. It's also the 11th multi-takeaway game for the Cowboys defense this year as they continue to fire on all cylinders. What is the ceiling of this defense? Because, Nate, at least at the moment, you still feel like there's a way that you can improve on that side of the ball.
Right now, we don't know. All I know is that 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, we got back to Marcus Lawrence. The following week, we got back to Gallimore, and everything started to escalate. This kid, Diggs, was already playing well. Michael Parsons was already playing well. Gregory was already playing well. But you get back these 2 animals, and now things gets even better. All we have to do now is get better lane integrity versus the run, and then we'll have this thing rolling. And defense is one thing you can sustain on the road and at home because it's an emotional thing. It's a want-to thing.
And what was fun about this win is it wasn't just those big names you just mentioned. Malik Hooker had an interception.
Yes, sir.
Jordan Lewis played really well. Even Anthony Brown was in there a couple different times. So the Cowboys defense playing good on all 3 levels is certainly something to be excited about for Cowboys Nation moving forward. When we come back, we continue on. We hear about the run game on Cowboys Game Night.
This segment was brought to you by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Welcome back to Cowboys Game Night. Connor Williams had his first start in over a month for the Dallas Cowboys, and the Cowboys run game seemingly had a bit of an uptick. Let's hear from Connor after the 21-6 win.
What was the excitement like for this game, knowing you get back in there, get back in the starting lineup again for this game?
It was very exciting to get back. First game back, there's obviously nerves, jitters, rest you got to knock off. First game, there's going to be good things, there's going to be bad things, so things to improve on for sure.
Yeah. In that time, was it anything that you wanted to work on anymore? I know penalties were kind of one issue, but was there anything that you kind of said, all right, when I get my chance again, I'm going to focus on?
Yeah, just continuing to mold my craft, just work on my craft, and whether that be at left guard, whether that be at right guard, whether that be a tackle, just continue to work on my craft.
It felt like you did a lot of more movement in this game, a lot of pulling and stuff like that, screens, I don't know, maybe not, but it felt like you were kind of on the move a lot. Would you say that was the case?
Yeah, obviously it goes by defense, and we have no control over the play calls, so whatever play is called, we run it, but yeah, we had a variety of scheme today, and I think it worked well in our favor. How
about that touchdown that Zeke had? Kind of seemed like he kind of slipped through you in the center there. He got 13 yards for a score. How'd that feel?
Oh, that was exciting. First touchdown of the game, obviously, it was super exciting. Yeah.
3 road games in a row for you guys, going on the road. 3 hostile places that are, fighting for playoffs or division. What do you think? What kind of accomplishment that is for this team to come in here, take care of business away from home?
I think it speaks worlds. For us to be able to come into the environment and stick together, stay together, and continue to build off week by week what we're being able to develop, I think it speaks tremendously to our team.
What about your relationship with Connor McGovern? He's a little bit younger than you. You guys play the same position, battling kind of back and forth, but he said you guys are each other's biggest supporters.
Yeah, we're very close, and you know what? I have to commend him for how he's played at left guard. He did great, and you know what? He does great he does great wherever he's needed, and so the way he approaches it, I can't speak enough to him.
Did you think he might get a touchdown there at the end?
Yeah, I'm hoping for it.
You're hoping for it?
Yeah.
He said he's going to have to wait on the dance. He has some kind of celebration in place, but he's not going to share it.
Look forward to seeing it.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks. Good job, Connor.
125 yards on the ground for the Cowboys in their win over the New York Giants. But what did you see from the ground game that was positive for this team moving forward?
They didn't have any negative plays, and maybe 1 or 2 here and there. But what I liked is Coach Kellen Moore knew the difference between his running backs. He banged Zeke inside the tackles from tackle to tackle, but he got the young guy Tony Pollard to the outside, and that's what Connor is good at. He gets on the outside, he pulls. That's where the president is good at, Zach Martin. They get on the outside, and they get those one-on-one blocks on smaller guys, and it frees up Tony Pollard to just wreak havoc.
It really looked like it was a step forward. It wasn't the explosiveness that you're used to seeing from that ground game, but it was a step back to being a normal attack and having that balance on the offensive side of the ball. When we come back, we wrap things up and tie a bow on a 21-6 win, the Cowboys over the Giants here on Cowboys Game Night.
Dallas Cowboys Game Night was presented by AT&T, Reliant, an NRG company, and by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.
The Cowboys have won 3 straight, all of which on the road, and they play 2 of their final 3 games at AT&T Stadium. 2 of those 3 also against the NFC East, the division in which they are 4-0 against here on the 2021 season. Final segment of Cowboys Game Night. He's Nate Newton. I'm Kyle Youmans. Nate, there's the Washington football team on the horizon. You saw them just 1 week ago. What needs to change for the Cowboys heading into Week 16?
We need to be technique sound because they're going to add sweat to Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne. So we need to be technique sound, our left tackle, our left guard, and our center. We need to handle our business. We need to be a little bit more consistent in the run game. We need to be a lot better in our pass game. We don't want Dak taking a lot of hits. We know we may go a few sacks, but we don't want him taking any hits. And if we can do that right there, wow. Things will be big in the NFC East.
Washington going to be coming off of a short week. They play on Tuesday against the Philadelphia Eagles. If those 2 teams tie, then the Cowboys are already division champions with the win today. They're 10-4, and they get a 21-6 win over the Giants. For Nate Newton, I'm Kyle Youmans. We'll see you next week.